Coming back this afternoon, we're here at Realcomm at Conference Live, the first full day of Realcomm 2016. It's been an exciting conference with lots of technological innovation and a Realcomm fixture who I've been doing business with and talking to for, I think, 10 years, 13 years. Greg, I know you've had a wide variety of positions within the real estate technology field,
right.
But recently you've been putting your attention toward coaching people.
Yes.
Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. And actually, we're not coaches, but we build software to help coaches and sales managers to do sales enablement. So within a sales organization, you're going to want to empower your sales associates from the moment that you hire them and onboard them, train them, but then also provide them resources, provide them tools, and provide them coaching in order to be successful in sales.
So talk to me about your product, CoachSimple.net. First of all, let's talk about what it is, but also what kind of successes you've had with it.
Yeah, so CoachSimple.net is a platform that helps either coaches with their clients or with sales organizations with their teams internally.
Okay.
And it's been an evolution over the last few years. We've worked with a number of industries, but somehow real estate pulls me back in, and I'm working with some real estate companies now, although it is a little more residential and commercial, although we do have a great commercial coach as well. So we have a large variety of real estate companies using this, but it's really in that sales enablement mode of either setting up their programs and their training or providing resources for them to understand best practices or setting goals and then staying accountable to those goals throughout the year.
So talk me through who's using it and in what ways.
Yeah, so we have some real estate companies such as Coldwell Banker who uses this platform to train their agents as they bring them in.
Okay.
We have coaches who work with pretty much the whole industry of real estate in terms of bringing in various companies, teams, helping that team bring on new agents onto the team. So it's whether it's a coach who's working with a group of people who want to just be the best in their market, or an organization who wants to really start to automate that onboarding process, to standardize it, but also to create an engaging environment for them. Because right now they have piles of information all over the organization. They have multiple platforms. They have Google Docs here. They got files over here. And it's hard to bring someone in and over that first 30 days or 60 days to really walk them through how to be successful in the business.
Sure.
And so what we do is we pull from all those different areas and we make it a nice, simple path for them to follow in order to get from A to B in terms of getting ramped up in the market, understanding the company, understanding the types of services that the company provides, having access to best practices, scripts, and also then that coaching element really is important so that sales managers who in the past have been more about metrics and more about what's your numbers, how many calls have you made, we still track that.
Sure.
But managers are now becoming coaches. And so what is it that's stopping you from achieving your goal? Is a mindset that they need to have with their agents in order to really help them, and especially if they're younger and millennial, they're more interested in the whole wellness and work-life integration of, overall, rather than just smile and dial and get on the phone.
It's so interesting. We keep hearing this over and over again from everyone who comes up here. Is it really such a big change to be dealing with these millennials in the workforce? I mean, almost every guest I've had up here has gone, well, these millennials, they really care a lot about, they gotta have their granola in the morning and stuff like that.
Right.
Talk to me, is this real or are you guys inventing that?
It's actually interesting because, of course, our last company, RE Applications, was really working with the last generation, the people in charge of the organizations now.
Right.
But the people they want to attract and bring on have a whole different set of requirements than they did when we were back at it 15, 20 years ago.
But really?
And really, because they expect working in teams. They're not in it for themselves, they're in it as a team. They want to collaborate. They want to be able to have flexibility. They don't want an old school manager telling them they can't check their Facebook in between the sales calls.
What
they just have a different
What happens
mindset.
when they get an old school manager who tells them they can't check their Facebook? What happens?
I think they check out. And what's interesting is that 2 out of every 3 employees are disengaged.
What do you mean by that?
In the workforce. So it's been polled that 2 out of 3 employees are not engaged in what the company's doing. They don't feel connected, and they can leave at any time.
Interesting.
And so it costs 1 to 2.5 times that person's salary to replace them. So if you think about it, we got a disengaged workforce. very expensive to replace them.
Right.
And these millennials, more than ever, are going to jump ship even faster because they just don't believe in the same ethic of join the company and work there as long as you can, move up the ladder. They want to work on exciting, collaborative teams. They want to feel like they belong in the organization. They want to feel like they're part of something. They want to be nurtured a lot more than we ever did.
That's fascinating. We could almost have a whole interview about what the millennial and and it's the first time I've ever heard employers talking about like, oh, we really have to make sure these people are well taken care of. It's always been a seller's market. Now,
so that's why actually managers who can change their mindset just a little bit and start to learn some coaching techniques will go so much farther with the millennials in terms of really nurturing them.
So this isn't just a sales tool, it's an engagement tool, it's a worker
engagement tool.
Could you show us a little bit on your phone what is going on with it and how
so I'll just show you a couple
works?
screens, but our platform is very dashboard based and it's very mobile friendly so that people want to feel like they're using an app.
Right.
And not a big clunky, platform.
Right.
And so many platforms out there today, the old HR systems and the learning management systems, contact managers, they're so big and bulky, and it's so much more about what's in it for the company than what's in it for the individual.
Right.
And so we believe that the platform needs to be very engaging. It needs to feel like an app. This is just a simple dashboard that we have, and it basically shows what's going on, with the organization, so executives can see it from the executive level.
Okay.
But a coach or a manager can come in and take a look at what's going on from their perspective. So all the people that they need to currently work with, what specific things do they need to do? This is just an example of maybe a training video that you might have on the platform.
Terrific.
Very easy to get to. You can have entire conversations around the different trainings. You can find out what's going on with the people you're coaching and managing. What have they been up to? You see their updates, have a conversation about it. So our platform is very much about providing the professionals with great training, great information, great resources, but then having a conversation about it. And I think a lot of other platforms fall short where they say, okay, here's your homework assignment, do these 10 modules.
No.
And then that's it. It's gone. The information's gone within a couple weeks. So for us, it's that ongoing conversation after you've learned something. Now, how do you apply it? What do you not understand? What do you understand? What do you need to work on? What's your follow-up action items that you need to do in order to be successful with this module? And that's what we focus on.
And are you finding that those engagement numbers and when you poll, and are workers getting more engaged as a result of having a real interactive, immersive environment like this?
They are. The challenge will be it's just a generational thing. So people a little bit older don't as much want software to tell them this is what they need to do. They want to just write it on a piece of paper. They want to know it in their head.
Right.
And so it's interesting though that millennials will be engaged by a system that lets them feel success when they achieve something, lets them see their goal, lets them see that they surpass the goal, let them see that they get acknowledged for that. I think that acknowledgement is the thing that they like most about this.
Terrific. Greg, if people need to find out more, how do they find out more?
CoachSimple.net.
CoachSimple.net. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure having you on.
All right, very good.
Greg Ausley. Coming up on the show, we're going to talk about the Internet of Things, but in fact, this company talks a little bit more about the Internet of Everything. Cisco Digital Ceiling and the CTO, John Bakelsman, will be with me shortly. I think, do you want to have him come up on stage? Terrific.
Thanks.
Greg, thank you very much.